Question 22 is a trig identity. Now with these, you don't want to treat it like an equation and keep it balanced and try and solve it. It's a show that question. We already know that everything on the left-hand side equals everything on the right-hand side, and we have to prove it. So it's the steps that will give you the 2 marks here. Best way to set it out is to start with the left-hand side or the right-hand side and state what that is, and then show that by manipulating it, you end up with the other side. Now, which side should you start with? Well, just pick a side where you can see something that you can actually do to change the look of it. And when you're wondering how to change the look of it, bear in mind where you're going. I can see that on the left-hand side, I've got tan theta and cot theta, and I could change those, I suppose, so that they're both in terms of tan theta. But I can see also that I can rearrange these in terms of sine theta and cos theta, and that might help more because I can see where I'm going. Both of these are the reciprocals of sine theta and cos theta. So that seems to be the way that I want to go. So I start with writing what the left-hand side is, and now I want to express both of these, if I can, in terms of sine theta and cos theta. So I know that the tan of theta is sine theta over cos theta, and I know that the other one is just the reciprocal of that. So write the same thing but upside down. Okay, now what could I do? Well, if you're adding fractions, you have to have common denominators. So that gives me another job to do. I can make common denominators here. So if I make them cos theta sine theta, then I've multiplied the bottom of this fraction by sine theta, so I have to do the same to the top, and that will give me sine squared theta, or sine of theta all squared. And here I've multiplied by cos theta on the denominator, so I have to do the same on the numerator, and that will give me cos squared theta, or the cos of theta all squared. Okay, what could you do now? Always look for something that you could do to change it. Well, this one jumps out at me. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals 1. So on the next line, I'm going to state that. Now, I don't necessarily need to write down on the side because sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals 1. Just from going from this line to this line, it'll be obvious to an examiner that I know that the numerator equals 1. So you just got to make it really clear how you got from one place to the next. Now I can see that I'm nearly there because 1 over cos theta is sec theta and 1 over sine theta is cosec theta. So, I mean, it'd probably be enough to go straight there. I'm going to make it really obvious, though, because it's a show that question, and I want to make sure it's really clear. This is 1 over cos theta multiplied by 1 over sine theta, and that's the same as sec theta cosec theta, which is equal to the right-hand side. And I would have written that down underneath, except I ran out of space. So that's how you tackle an identity. Have a clear in and an out, and each step will show something. Now, if it's a 2-mark question, you need to have at least 2 lines of working showing some of the intermediate steps. Some people will show more steps than others, and that's just because some of us will do some of the steps in our head. I would say that probably this line would be a key step that you'd need for a mark, and either one, well, this one here is probably a key step too, and this one is a natural in between those two.